2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If I tell you Will Smith, Ty Pelleton, Justin Timberlake, Christopher Knight, Howie Mandel, and Michelle Rodriguez have a attention deficit hypertensive disorder, would you have known that? I didn't. I found out Ty Pelleton had the ADHD when he was doing his dream makeover, and he's now promoting Adderall XR. According to Parenting.com, they have all been diagnosed, and they have been trying to fight to battle this disorder. I know many people feel that doctors are quick to treat young children with either ADD or ADHD with medication. I'm here giving this speech, but I don't want to call it a speech. I want to call it based on a true story. A young female was having fun with friends. Found out she was pregnant at a young early age, 18. She wasn't prepared for all the emotions that she was going to have for this child. She was enjoying her freedom, and her freedom stopped on March 30th of 2000. A young single parent gave birth to a beautiful baby girl that she named after her grandmother, Betty. As the days progressed, Betty was around 3.5, 4 years old when we got a phone call from her preschool saying that she is not able to sit still and she's having problems with communication. So I got my daughter tested for ADHD. I was depressed for a while and fought many people on the diagnosis. I didn't want to face that reality that my daughter was going to be based on a stereotype of a problem child. So I sat down with my mom and talked with her. And so I realized that I needed to do something for her and that she was going to have to start taking medication. I tried the organic treatments and nothing was working. Coffee was supposed to be the best thing for her to calm her down, but it didn't work. So medication, here I came. She was on Adderall XR with the lowest dosage I could give her. I refused to make my daughter a zombie. I want my daughter to sit there and be able to enjoy her life, to be able to interact with her family and friends, to be able to not have that stereotype in school, oh, she's a bad child or she's not listening. Well, the medication helped her tremendously. Besides hurting my pocket, I decided that I needed to ask the doctor for a generic form where I can make sure she was being treated and it was not affecting the funds where I can support her. So I'm going to hope that everybody's familiar with ADHD, but some of us are not. ADHD is pretty much overactive, impulsive, and combination of both. With my daughter, she cannot sit still. She has a hard time paying attention. Rules is one of her problems, and she has a mouth on her, as I know very well. I'm giving my daughter an applause today for being a trooper on this challenge in her life. She is taking 3 different types of medication, one to help her sleep at night because the Adderall XR does not help her, and then she's taking Intuniv as well, which is helping with the mouth. I know we both at times bump heads, and the house does rock, but I do have a major support group behind me. I have my friends, my family, and myself. Without that, I don't think I could be able to raise her the way she needs to be. But I wouldn't change anything about her. She made me realize people do take things for granted, and I know that I'm blessed to have her in my life. With the medication, my daughter is recently just graduated from the 5th grade on honor roll. She's heading her way to middle school on a reading path level, of an 8th grader, which for ADHD is tremendous because they don't have the ability to focus. So Betty always has a book with her. Besides me educating her on her ADHD, I want her to do her own research. I want her to know what the disorder is. I want her to know it's a gift, not something that needs to be penalized. I want her to be able to express herself to her family and her friends on how ADHD doesn't have to sit there and make you something, a zombie. Most parents now these days, they want to make their children zombies, and I don't. I want my child to be able to enjoy her life. I also want to praise her for a parent coming up to me at the end of the 4th grade year when she stood up for her son that was overweight. Keep in mind, as we all know, little Miss Thing is only 4'3" and weighing 60 pounds, wet, soaked in wet. But she stood up. That makes me proud because I taught her to be able to express her feelings and concerns and stand up for what's right, and she did. I don't condone a lot of her behavior, but I do condone that. I would like to thank you for everything you've done to make me who I am today. I have 2 kids, but one is more challenging than the other, and I wouldn't change her. But I think ADHD, people need to realize that it's not a disorder, it's a gift, and she's my gift, my angel. So thank you, Betty.